Welcome, everyone. We are so excited that you are all here with us tonight. We are very excited to have our third group of degreed immigrant job seeker professionals starting to learn advanced professional job seeker skills. And tonight we have people who hail from 5 different countries, possibly more, because we have some people joining us who were just informed about this program in the last 24 hours. So we welcome everyone that we've already met with, and we welcome potential new participants as well. Tonight, we are going to go through again what our program entails and some details about the contents and how we run the program. We're going to talk a little bit about how each of you want to engage with each other during this program, which in our US corporate culture, we call guiding principles or norms for groups. And we're really excited that we have a representative, Solia Tucker, from Senator Smith's office here tonight to help us greet you, kick off this big group. And she's going to welcome all of you in a few minutes. But first, we are going to start sharing the presentation. We're going to do really brief introductions because we want Solia to be able to meet you. And then we're going to go a little more in depth in a few minutes once Solia has offered her words of encouragement for you and offered some ideas about what Senator Tina Smith's office can help you with. So with that, I am going to get right into our presentation. Can everybody see my screen? All right.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for the head nods. Thank you for saying yes. We're going to try to keep this informal. So raise your hand at any time, speak up at any time. This is really your time to learn about how professionals get the jobs they're qualified for and deserve in the United States, and also your time to get to know other people in the community who share your lived experiences around coming here from another country and navigating our employment process, which is not an easy thing to do. So again, welcome.
Everything good?
So my name is Lisa Perez. I'm the founder and CEO of Prosperity Ready. And I have the privilege of working in very large organizations, corporate for-profit organizations in human resources for many years. And I saw on a daily basis the challenges that our immigrant community members face when they are trying to get the jobs that they're qualified for and deserve. If everybody can mute themselves, that would be awesome. Just because there's background noise. We have a lot of things going on this time of night. So I left corporate America in September of 2018 and founded Prosperity Ready, because I felt that if I was working directly with our immigrant community members, I could make more of an impact. And we'll talk a little bit more about Prosperity Ready's mission, especially for those of you who are hearing about us within the last couple of days. We'll share a little more detail on that. But at this time, I would like to welcome my amazing team member, Ahmed. We did give him an Americanized nickname, AJ, his first and last initials of his name. And AJ, I would love for you to introduce yourself to the group and talk a little bit about your great background and your role.
Well, thank you, Lisa. Hello, everyone. My name is Ahmed. I am the program coordinator for Prosperity Ready. And at the same time, I'm also a student of computer science and software engineering in University of People, which is an online university. And it gives me flexibility so I can also work with Lisa. Well, me and my family, we entered to Minnesota around the month of January. So we're basically immigrants. And back in Afghanistan, I worked as an administrative assistant for 1 year, and part-time I was teaching English in one of Afghanistan prominent universities named Salam University. Yes, that was mostly it for me.
Thank you, AJ. So at this time, we would like the group to do very brief introductions. We're going to do something called an icebreaker, which is a US corporate culture term for getting to know each other, an exercise where you talk about yourself and get to know each other. But for now, so that our guest speaker, Salia, can get to know you a little bit, if you could just briefly go through, and we will call on you, AJ is going to call on you, to go through your name, the degree that you hold, and some of you hold multiple degrees, so please let us know any degree that you hold, and your country of origin.
Well, before our special guest welcomes all of you, please provide a short introduction. We will get into more detailed introduction later in the program. I created a list, and the first person in my list is Amina Baha. Amina, could you please introduce yourself?
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Amina Baha. I work at Afghan Cultural Society. My degrees, I have a master's degree in healthcare administration, and I'm currently finishing up one in IT management as well. My country of origin, I'm originally from Afghanistan. Thank you.
Thank you, Amina. And Eden Glidis. Eden, could you please introduce yourself?
Thank you. My name is Eden Gladys Robert Isaiah. It's a very long name. And I come from South Sudan. And I work with Job Corps. Job Corps is a state Department of Labor state-funded project. So basically, we train students between the age of 14 and 26, and most of them are from disadvantaged or low-income backgrounds. They're not able to make it to a higher institute. So mainly, I call it like alternative education. And I hold a master's degree in sustainable development practice from India. And I had a couple of trainings in refugee, having grown up as a refugee as well. I do have also a training in child protection and many others as project management. Thank you so much. I'm glad to meet all of you.
Thank you, Eden. And next is Carlos. You're mute, Carlos.
Okay, now. Now? Hi, everyone. My name is Carlos. I have a bachelor degree in architecture, a master's degree in urban planning, and business administration as well. I am from Panama, Latin America. Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you. And next is Khatira Hirawi. Khatira, could you please introduce yourself? So we'll skip from that.
Yeah, I don't
think. Do we
think
have Khatira here?
I don't think she's here, so I think we'll have to maybe look at the panel of who's here and kind of do it that way. So I do see Tariq.
Okay, yeah. So Tariq, could you please introduce yourself?
Oh, he just said in the chat that he's not able to speak right now.
Oh, okay. Thanks for noticing that, Amina. Thank you.
Okay, so next we have Mirwais Nasiri. Mirwais Jan, could you please introduce yourself?
Hi, everyone. My name is Mirwais Nasiri. I have my bachelor in journalism, and originally I'm from Afghanistan. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Mirwais. And then it's Marco Mejia. I hope I pronounced the name right. So could you please introduce yourself?
Yep, no, you got it perfect. Yeah, so my name is Marco Mejia. I'm a mechanical engineer. I graduated in Mexico City, and currently I'm working at Polaris Industries here in Minnesota.
Thank you, Marco.
Yep.
And then Rina Lupis, could you please introduce yourself?
Hi, everybody. My name is Reina Lopez, and I have a degree in law degree, and I have a master's degree in education, and I'm from Mexico. Thank you.
Thank you. And by Nazar, could you please?
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bainazar Nazari. I'm from Afghanistan. I have a master's degree in business administration and developed by US. Support to Afghan Culture Society. I appreciate for Amina Baha to support my evaluate my master's degree and my bachelor degree. And also I has an experience for 10 years with United Nations and Ministry of Economy. So and also I have experience about the teaching in university because I was teaching the new university from Afghanistan and Marshall, Peshkam, and Fairness University from Afghanistan. So my experiences is different. And I was work some different place. Fortunately, I was work with the a US project from Afghan Human News Agency. I was master degree. I'm sorry, I have a skill of master trainer and peace journalism and gender journalism. It's new experience. It is new project for Asian countries and also for Afghanistan. So right now I am coordinator with the TG Max.
All right.
Thank you, Bainazar. And next is Cobra Bashiri. Cobra, could you please?
Hi, everyone. This is Cobra Washiri. I am working in Afghan Cultural Society, and I have a bachelor degree in religion, and I am originally from Afghanistan. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Cobra. And next is Zabi Jalili.
Yeah, hello, everyone. I'm Zabihullah Jalili. I have a bachelor in Islamic Arts of Studies, and I also have a master's degree in leadership and management. I've worked around 15 years for Equal Access International, which is a communication and development organization. We worked in Afghanistan. They have different country offices, so we worked in Afghanistan, in their country office that situates in Afghanistan. I'm from Afghanistan. Thank you.
Thank you, Zabi. And then we have Stanislav. Stanislav, can you please introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone. Do you hear me?
Yes.
I am originally from Ukraine. I have a magister degree in law science. And when I was in Ukraine, I worked as a manager of accountant and IT company.
Thank you. And next we have Samsung Isim, which probably it's Eden Glades. Eden, could you please introduce yourself? Well, we can jump to Farzana. Farzana, could you please introduce yourself?
My name is Farzana Mohammadi. I am from Afghanistan. I graduated from Economy Faculty.
Thank you, Farzana. And the last person, in my opinion, is Atiqullah Atiq. Atiq, could you please introduce yourself?
Sure. Thank you, AJ. My name is Atiq, and I am from Afghanistan. I have bachelor degree in art, also in language studies. So I have worked with an NGO in Afghanistan called Equal Access. My background is in media and communication, as well as in project management.
And AJ, we also have Charity, I think, hasn't had a chance to introduce herself yet. Charity?
Yes, I actually confused Charity with Eden. So Charity, could you please introduce yourself?
Yeah. Are you guys able to hear me?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, perfect. Hi, everybody. My name is Charity Bilal. I have a bachelor's degree in business administration and a master's in healthcare administration. And my country of origin originally would be Uganda, but also I can get why that confusion is there.
Okay, thank you. I believe you're done with introductions, Lisa.
I believe we are as well. Thank you, everybody. I am going to now introduce our guest speaker who is here to welcome all of you and share some resources that Senator Tina Smith's office can offer all of you. And some of you we have already referred to the senator's office, and they are helping you. So we just wanted to expand on that. So Salia Tucker is the outreach director for Senator Tina Smith. She is a representative for the senator, and she works on economic development issues and develops working relationships with community leaders, organizations, and individuals in geographic regions. She has got a great background in public service. She's devoted her career to serving others. She worked for a nonprofit, African Career and Education Resources, here in Minnesota. She also worked for the state as a public health specialist. She holds a bachelor's in political science and government from the Minnesota State. And she also has a master's in public administration from Capella University. So with that, Salia, we would love for you to introduce yourself to our group today. And I think what I'm going to do is go out of the PowerPoint. AJ, if you could take a quick screenshot of where we're at right now, then I'm going to stop sharing so that we can all see each other. Because for some reason, the settings that I have are not letting us all see each other at the same time.
Okay.
So everybody get ready. We're going to do a screenshot. We're going to be doing a few screenshots tonight because as we told each of you, and for those of you who we haven't had a chance to meet with, we really like to promote all of you as job seekers on LinkedIn. You will either get a professional job through networking or you will get reached out to by a recruiter on LinkedIn. So we like to make sure that we are introducing all of you to our network on LinkedIn. So AJ, if you've taken that screenshot, I'm going to stop sharing so we can all kind of see everybody on the screen at the same time.
Okay, Lisa, yes, I'm done with that.
All right, here we go. Here's all of our smiling faces.
Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be here. I want to thank Lisa and the entire team at Prosperity Ready for, continuing that engagement with our office and inviting me today. Very excited for you all as you embark on this journey. So let me just go ahead and say that as a state, we acknowledge that this is a very vital program. We know that when we invest in opportunities to develop our workforce all across the board, it's essential for our entire community. So I do want to say Senator Smith couldn't be here to kick off this event with you today, but she sends her well wishes. Senator Smith is dedicated to supporting and engaging with community organizations like Prosperity Ready, which is vital in our efforts to provide equity and culturally specific workforce development and technical assistance opportunities. This work is indispensable for the health of our state economy and our nation. We have seen that critical investment into such quality training programs not only equip qualified candidates such as yourself with the tools you need to learn lifelong job skills, but also get you connected to those local employers like Lisa stated, who are and this in turn consistently promotes a strong US economy. Senator Smith is committed to fighting for more jobs and building a more robust economy that works for everyone.
And she's also supportive of and encourages organizational work, like the Degreed Immigrant Job Seeker program today, that provides the practical, supportive, and impactful candidates, such as yourself, with the adequate knowledge and tools you need in order to excel in our workforce. So in collaboration with her colleagues in the Senate, Senator Smith has been a staunch supporter of equitable workforce development. And along with our DC team here, we have a DC team and we also have our St. Paul office. Our office prioritizes the need to effectively respond to and assist constituents in their needs revolving workforce development, as well as opportunity and assistance, whether it be with immigration processes. So we're very excited to be your contact individuals. You can reach out to our office regarding immigration processes. And I do want to also highlight a couple of things, like Lisa mentioned, that we can help out with. We can explain the immigration processes to you. We can provide you with letters of support for visitor visa, which I don't think a lot of people might need to. It's a good resource to tap into. So whether you need letter of support for a visitor visa interviews, please feel free to reach out to our office. We can explain the process. We can connect you to where to go, or we can, as well, if you need any connecting issues, we're happy to do so. We can also connect with USCIS and the NVS or consulate if you need to check your status of your case. If you need making any expedited requests on behalf, or if you need any legal services as well, we're happy to connect you to legal services that can either be your advocate or kind of give you insights on what would be the best option for you to take regarding your specific case. I do want to also highlight, after touching base with our constituent services, that we cannot, although we cannot reverse any final decisions that are made, we are able to see about any appeals or, follow you along with that process until your case is either finalized, or, work with you until you do get a final notice on your case as well. Not a lot of people know about the extensive services that we can, provide you with. So we're happy to continue this working relationship with Lisa and her team. We know that this is a long-standing relationship that we're looking forward to continuing to build and engage in. So if you have any questions, Lisa has direct contact to our office. We have a great constituency services team, and my colleague, Margartu, is very dedicated to her work. She knows it all. So I was able to touch base with her to make sure I'm providing the right information to you all. So that's just a little bit about what we're able to provide from a federal stance as far as casework. And hopefully that did give you a little insight on if where you're at in your case, or if, kind of analyzing what would be the best option. If these are things that currently our office can help you with, please feel free to reach out throughout this duration of this program. Afterwards, let your family, friends know. I think it's more importantly us getting the word out there that we are able to help with these specific aspects of casework that would be helpful. And we want to make sure that you have those resources, because we want to do the work, along with you. So feel free to reach out anytime. And if you have any questions, Lisa can refer you to the direct contact person or myself. I'm happy to help in any capacity that I can. So that was a lot. So if I ramble, please feel free to let me know if I can elaborate on anything or clarify anything.
No, that was perfect. So if you have a few minutes, we would love, if anyone has questions for Salia. I don't know how many of you are familiar yet with Senator Tina Smith and her amazing team in their office, but the more we can do to let all of you know about the resources that are available to you here in Minnesota. And we do have people, we've got a couple people who are going to be attending from New York. I know we have one person from St. Louis, Missouri. They've got night jobs, so they're going to be watching the recordings. But I know that we have also reached out to Salia and Senator Smith's office and gotten good referral help for people who are in other states. So would love to open this up to the group. to see if you have any questions for Solia about anything she spoke to in terms of resources that you might be able to take advantage of, or just questions in general about how, you know, I'm always learning and curious and still learning, even though I was born and raised here, about how our kind of goofy government works. Oh, Amina, yes, please.
Hi, thank you for being here with us today. My question was, can folks just come to your office? Is it a walk-in or do they need to make an appointment? And where are you guys located? I'm gonna assume St. Paul, but I don't know.
That's a great question, Amina. Yes, we do allow walk-ins. We're very open door policy. Feel free to stop by if you have a question or if you need to, in the event it is already booked or for any instance there's no availability, we are able to work with you and schedule a time because we want to make sure we're providing the right information and give you ample time as well to work with you. So our team, I will provide you with the direct address if anyone wants to jot this down. Yes, we are located in the St. Paul office. Let me go ahead and if I can, would it be best, Lisa, if I just put that in the chat maybe?
That'd be perfect. And then
Okay.
AJ can capture it. So yeah, if you want to put it in the chat, people can look at it now. And then we'll
Perfect.
also copy it and put it in our post email to all of our participants.
Sounds great.
Well, Salia, one of our brothers, his name is Hasibullah, and he put in the chat that, can you help immigrant in Maryland?
I do understand that there might be, you know, different state requirements. Just to give you the, you know, correct information, I do believe firsthand we can referral or give you contact information that are specific to that state. But I would have to follow back just to make sure to clarify if that is something that we can do. But I know that we are most likely able to refer you to specific offices in Maryland that could be of, you know, resource to you as well.
Thank you, Salia.
Yeah.
Any other questions any of you have? And I see we have another comment in the chat. Thank you, Mirwaz. Yep, summarize a list of services that the senator's office provides. So Leah, do you have a brochure or something, maybe a website that you could put in the chat that kind of summarizes what services are provided?
Yes, I do. I do have a highlight here. I am not completely, let me double check if it's highlighted on our page here, our office page for Senator Smith, but I would be happy to jot down those pinpoints in the chat as well, if that would be useful. Just those key aspects that we can assist with.
Yeah, that would be great. We do have a request from Mirwaz to have just kind of that list captured. And then we've got another hand raised. Please go ahead. I think this is
that's from me, Hidden Gladys.
Hi, Hidden
I don't
Gladys.
know. I don't know why it's not showing my name. I'm sorry about that.
That's okay.
All right. Yeah. So thank you so much for the elaborate introduction and as well listing the activities that support that you provide to immigrants.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to say thank you and thank you to Lisa and the program. As we all know, as immigrants, yes, there's a lot that we go through transitioning from one part of the world into this. In one way or the other, we get affected. And I believe some of us, like me, I had lawyers that I've been working with. So in case of collaborating or trying to get help, I would like to know, is it okay when we introduce your office probably to our lawyers for future coordination or correspondence, or what do you prefer, like us work with you independent? I would like just to know if that flexibility is allowed.
Yes, that's a great question. And I will say that it's, I would encourage working with your lawyer to work with our office as well. We do understand that not oftentimes people have the access to a lawyer, so we help out with that as well. But if you have the capacity to have a lawyer and you feel that it would be best to, in connection with, have your lawyer speak to us directly or indirectly through you, please feel free to do so. We welcome both options, and we're also able to direct anyone that's interested in getting a lawyer but are unsure of where to go, or in terms of getting those referrals as well. Hopefully that answers your question. Please let me know if that might not have, and I can clarify. But if you're wondering if it would be best to work with your lawyer with us at the same time, you definitely can do that.
Yeah, yeah, you did answer. I think because I do have a lawyer, and I feel like it would be nice to introduce your office as well and see where we can collaborate. It's gonna be like a teamwork. And since they started my case, writing it up, it would be very nice, probably. Yeah, thank you so much.
Yes, of course.
All right.
Excuse me, I do have a question.
Yes, please.
Salia, as you know, I'm originally from Ukraine, and what can you say about this United for Ukraine program? Are we immigrants, or we are just waiting war to came over and we return home after that?
Yes, and our office strongly stands with the Biden administration in all aspects of Ukrainians, and making sure that they not only have the accessible opportunities to engage in our workforce. If there's any specifics, I would love to dive into it deeper, maybe connect with our policy team who can provide more information about that to you specifically, but I would need to follow up effectively.
Okay.
Yeah, and Stas, if you want me to make an introduction and provide Solia with your email contact information, I'm happy to do that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know
I would like to.
You're in a big part of your transition in Germany, waiting to arrive in Minnesota in mid-February.
Yeah, I'm now in Germany. Yeah.
As everybody does here, and I'm really happy that everybody. A big benefit of a group like this is not just learning how to navigate a tough employment process, but it's also meeting each other and hearing from each other about your lived experiences and getting advice about different things that people are going through in your immigration and resettlement journey. And we've got people in many different stages of their journey. And so that's one of the powerful parts of being in a group like this and really having a safe place, a safe place to practice our English, a safe place to share our lived experiences. And then hopefully an additional thing that Prosperity Ready really likes to do is we bring in guest speakers who can provide resources that we never in a million years could provide all of you. So it's a lot of connecting the dots and making the network happen together. Minnesota and it is a very welcoming place. And so we want to make as many connections as possible, whether it be employers or resources like the ones in Senator Smith's office or each other. We're a community, and oftentimes we are each other's best resources. So Solia, thank you so much for being here tonight. I think you've offered a lot of great information and are going to be able to continue to provide great support for our community members.
Thank you so much, Lisa. Thank you as well, Ahmed. You guys have been great, not only working with you regarding, the program and what you guys hope to accomplish, but we know that all of you, I can definitely say that you're in great hands. Lisa and Ahmed are a great contact, and I'm sure that throughout this program, they're gonna make sure that you have the resources and tools. So in advance, congratulations. I'm very excited. And please keep our office in the loop. Please continue to be engaged with our office. We want to make sure that anything we can do on our end to provide additional resources to you all, we would love to do that. So once again, thanks, Lisa.
All right, and if people could jump on camera for 2 seconds, we'd like to get one final picture with as many people in the Zoom with Solia as we can. So if we could do that really quick, that would be amazing. And then if you need to go back off camera, you can. I know people have a lot of things going on with family and it's the evening. All right, AJ, let's get another, everybody smile. 1, 2, 3, one more snap.
Well, I got it. I got 2 snaps.
All right. Thanks, Solia.
Yeah, thank you all.
Stay tuned to LinkedIn. We'll be posting because we like to let everybody know about our amazing participants in advance of their job searches.
Sounds great. It was nice meeting you all. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, everybody. I'm going to jump back into our PowerPoint. Can everybody see? We should be on a slide that says our mission.
Yes, we can see.
All right, thank you. Okay, so many of you are familiar with Prosperity Ready. We are a newer nonprofit, much like the Afghan Cultural Society. We're so excited that we work with them and that Amina is here to join this group. So we were founded in September of 2018, and our mission is to develop the vast potential of immigrant talent and to help employers in our state overcome our talent shortage crisis. So it's very disheartening when we have so many open positions and they are entry level all the way to professional. And we hear employers and other people saying, well, there's no people to fill the positions. And that's just not correct, as all of you know. And so what Prosperity Ready wants to do, in short, is to help our participants beat the system while we help employers fix the system, because our system is very complicated and there are parts of it that are just completely broken. And so what we hope you're going to learn in the next 11 weeks is the parts of our system that have barriers in them for immigrant talent and different ways that you can overcome those barriers. We're also going to teach you very advanced job seeker skills. And in a few minutes, we're going to start getting into the content of the program. But before we do that, I know you all just introduced yourselves, and that was so Salia could understand who she was speaking with, and you could all just get your initial introductions out. Now we're going to do that thing that in many corporations we call an icebreaker. Who has heard of that before? Raise a hand if you know how to raise your hand on your, I think it's under AJ or Amina, where's the place where you can raise your hand?
Oh, it's under reactions.
Oh, perfect.
Yes.
So if you guys have the reactions and you can raise your hand if you've heard this term icebreaker. Or you can put it in the chat. You can say yes, no. Sounds like a really goofy thing. All right, so one of the commitments that everybody made was to participate in chats and in polls. So, oh, we've got 3 hands raised. AJ, who's got their hands up?
Well, we have Charity Bilal, we have Eden, and we have Amina.
Excellent. All right. So I'm glad we're talking about this because just a few of you have heard this term. So an icebreaker is an exercise or a group activity that new team members or a new team do to get to know each other better. And so we're going to give you an experience of an icebreaker, but also we genuinely want to know more about you. So we're going to spend the next 11 weeks together every Tuesday night, and we're hoping that we are going to be able to have a graduation celebration as well once we get through the whole program. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in the coming weeks. But what we would like to do now is again have AJ go around from our people who have joined us here tonight and let us know why you joined this program. If you could have any job, we call it your dream job or your best possible job, what would that be? And then if you could share with us a favorite tradition from your country of origin. And AJ and I are going to start just to give a little example of this. So I joined this program because I started Prosperity Ready. So I am thrilled to be here. And my dream job is doing what I'm doing right now. I'm very blessed to be able to make a difference with such an amazing community. Our immigrant community is so strong and loyal and so full of talent that it is my dream job to connect as many immigrants with good employers, reputable employers, to help secure living wage jobs with benefits where people can grow their careers and support their families. I am born and raised in the United States, and so my favorite tradition from my country of origin is Thanksgiving, where we gather with family, and it's just a time where we all slow down and we reflect on the things that we're grateful for, and eat really yummy food. AJ, could you go next and then call on others?
Yes, so for the first question, why you joined this program? As I'm the program coordinator for Prosperity Ready, I don't have a choice but to join the program. And for the second question, my dream job is to have my own information technology company. And about my favorite tradition from my country of origin is the celebration of the Eid Day. During the Eid Day, people wear new clothes, Eid prayer in the morning, and after that, after the prayer, people meet their friends, families, relatives, and their neighbors. And it's really hard to find people home in the day of the Eid. So this is my favorite tradition. So yeah, so I would love to hear it from you guys. So Zabi Jalili, could you please share?
Yeah, thank you very much, AJ. I joined this program because I heard it from Dr. Anwar Jamili, who encouraged me that this will help me as a new immigrant to the United States to find good jobs, opportunity for good jobs, or to learn how to seek jobs that would be fitted to me, to my positions, to my skills and background. So related to the dream job, I should say that being a refugee, almost all of my life, so it's difficult for me to say a dream job because we have been involved in different jobs. Like I was a teacher, I was an AutoCAD operator, I was a translator, involved in written translation. I was involved in project management. So all of these can be dream job for me as far as they can give me legal and lawful income to support my family and to satisfy my needs, particularly those jobs that observe and respect to the set of values that we have. And favorite tradition that you mentioned, we are all from Afghanistan, and not all of us, but majority of us, the friends, are from Afghanistan, and we are Muslims. Both Eid days are the good celebrations that we have that are value-based and the tradition-based. And also the Nowruz tradition, the first day of the year in Afghanistan, which is equivalent to 21st March. So the Nowruz Day is something that because winter in Afghanistan is a very tough time, and however it is good because we would have snow, lots of snow, but it's a very tough time for Afghanistan. Most people would be jobless at that time, like the farmers and the other people who live in rural areas may not have opportunity to get to their jobs within the city because of the cold season. So when we have Nowruz, or the new day of the year, this helps. It means that the flowers will flourish, that the trees will get green again, and it would be a type of working season again, starting the working season again. So this is a good tradition for me. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Zabijan. And next we have Charity. Charity, could you please share?
Yeah, hi guys. So I joined the program to network and be able to create different relationships and just be able to gain connections and gain a job from this, or potentially gain opportunity for another position that's kind of more towards what I've studied. My dream job would be to work as an administrative or director of a hospital, whether that be here in the US or internationally in Uganda or Sudan. And then my favorite tradition, I would say maybe, it's a bit different here, but I would say Christmas, kind of like Eid, where it's like everybody gathers together, everybody's dancing, you're just having a good time and having fun.
Thank you. And next is Rina Lopez. Could you please share?
Yes, so I'm joined because I want to grow up my network. I want to learn how to have a good LinkedIn, and I do volunteer with with 5 different nonprofits, and I work for the Latin community. So my dream job will be work in a program for my own program for the Latin community in education. And my favorite tradition from Mexico, I think, is Christmas, because we have a lot of different food and you never finish eating, and you eat the same food during a week. And you have, all your family together, and you share present and time with your family. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Rina. And next we have Mirwais.
Thank you so much, AJ. I think it's very clear because I want to expand my network, my professional network, enhance my capacity and skills. And it's very difficult to find your desired job in the United States unless you have your certain professional connections and you have your network and you have, variety of skills and capacity. So definitely that platform would help me expanding my skills and network. And also my dream job is, I think, to get started my professional back here in the United States as a strategic communication expert in a nonprofit organization, because I find myself effective in nonprofit organizations. And also at the same time, I have more than 15 years of working experience back in Afghanistan, in media, nonprofit, and also government. And the dream job would be to assist and help our refugee here in the United States, because I'm also an immigrant. And having that background of communication expertise would definitely help me understanding them better and using those skills here. Thank you so much. And favorite tradition, as AJ and also Jalisa have said, so we have those three favorite traditions in Afghanistan: to eat and also the New Year. Yeah, we celebrate and we get together and we enjoy. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Mirwezjan. Amina, would you like to share?
Sure, sorry, I was looking at my options and I lost the question. So, sorry, what are they?
Okay, so as you can see in the screen, so there are three
Sorry,
questions.
I was playing around with my screen and I messed it up, so I lost the PowerPoint.
Okay, so yeah, we can ask another participant and yeah, I'll ask you later.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, so Eden Gladys, would you like to answer?
Yeah, thank you so much once again. Having grown up as a refugee for my entire life, my family is seeking refuge in Uganda, as well as currently being an immigrant in the United States. I would like to say that it's a blessing in disguise in the sense that we meet different opportunities. And that has given me an opportunity to work in the humanitarian sector for over 7 years before my transition to United States. And I have developed passion to actually work with people in need, refugees, as well as give back to the community. Joining this program is to help me network as well as share and contribute the little that I know, the experience that I've gained over years being a refugee and having worked in the humanitarian sector for that period of time, as well as to see that whatever program we have, be it in the United States or in the international arena, really impact the lives of people who are suffering, lives of refugees across the globe. And my dream job is basically, I want to work with people. I want to give back to anybody who has a history like mine being a refugee. So I would really want to find a network and an opportunity where I will be able to contribute in decision making, policy making, and as well as, cause make sure that we really advocate for peace to prevail. If there is peace in our respective countries in different places, I think we'll put an end to refugee and immigrant situations. Part of immigration and whatever is due to conflict situations that we do have in our countries. Most favorite tradition from my country, I would share South Sudan has over 64 tribes, and most of us do have our own culture tradition, but I would like to talk about my own tribe. The most favorite one to me is when you're getting married. It's not an easy to get married to someone from my country or from my tribe. You'll have to go through a process. You'll have to prove that you are the man. And it ends like at the end of paying dowry, you'll have to pay dowry. You know that you have to pay money, cows if you have to. So it's a very expensive way of getting married, but it's so colorful and enjoyable with a lot of dances, songs, and a lot of socialization. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Eden. That sounds fascinating. Carlos, would you like to go next?
Hi. Yeah, I know about this program when I was reading the newspaper, an article about an immigrant who are in the US, and he was struggling. It's a professional who was struggling to getting a professional job. So I read the article, and then they mentioned this organization, and I found it very interesting because, I mean, yeah, I think it is that helps you just to understand or some obstacles or some like challenges you have as an immigrant to get used to the American culture in this case, getting a job, understanding the job culture, how is the best way to integrate in the job culture and the organizations here in the US. So I think it's a good chance, it's a privilege to be here and getting in the future knowledge from Lisa, her experience, and the people who will be teaching us their skills. So my dream job is that one who I could grow professionally when I can learn something I mean, I'm growing professionally and learning, developing my skills, my knowledge. So that's my dream job. And my tradition, the favorite tradition. Okay, I think I love Carnival in Panama. It's a summer celebration in February usually. It's like a community celebration. People, they go party, even families, all ages. So it's very fun. Thank you.
Thank you, Carlos. I appreciate it. So Marco Mejia, would you like to be the next?
Yep, I can go. Yeah, so I think one of the reasons why I joined the program and what really is at this point in my life, after working 12 years for the same company, I've been working at my current job for 6 years now, trying to get to the next step to continue my career growth and looking at other jobs, looking at new opportunities. I found that it's difficult as someone that has a temporary work visa, I have a TN visa. I find that employers say, well, we don't sponsor. No, we don't do this. No, you can't do that. It's ironic that they say, well, we're an equal opportunity employer. Well, yeah, but we don't do sponsorship visas. Nope, that's it. So it's been difficult trying to navigate that. And it's been difficult where you start the interviews, you start doing the steps, and as soon as they find out that you have a TN visa, they're like, oh, thanks for your time. So trying to navigate that and trying to put the 12 years of experience into paper and ensuring that that's something attractive for an employer is basically what I'm looking for from this program. As far as my dream job, I've been an engineer all my life, and I've been essentially working in different product developments, but I think the new product development is what I'd like to do going forward, and it's what I'm doing right now, but essentially that's kind of what I'd like. And yeah, lastly, favorite tradition, I think it's gotta be Christmas. That's one of my favorite times of the year.
Well, thank you, Marco. Yeah, that was just interesting. So Stanislav, would you like to share?
Yes, I would like. Why I joined the program? Maybe because I want to get to United States job market, in my best shape. Yeah. Maybe because I want to know some people, to speak with people about job market for immigrants. I even don't know, can I call myself an immigrant or just a visitor of United States, Oh, my dream job. It's a very difficult question, but if we're talking about dreams, my dream always was to become a politician. Yeah. So to become a senator will be okay for me. Yeah. Or to become a CEO, it's okay too. And about traditions, maybe my favorite is the New Year.
Well, thank you. And the
Thank
next
you.
is Ismail Zada. Hasibullah, would you like to be the next person?
Sure. First of all, good evening, everybody. And the question which are mentioned, the first one is why I have joined the program. So I want to be very short. It is about to expand the network with the people. And the first day that I joined, and that was really satisfactory. I'm really happy and thankful that I had really a big concern about the immigration and some of case issues. So I will contact the senator office and to discuss these issues. So one of the reason was expanding the network with the people. So it is already being, I can see the result right now. And obviously I'm connected to find a job through this channel, maybe a satisfactory job and getting also education. That is why I have joined the program. And my dream job, when it comes to that point, I always wanted to be a businessman, but right now, also working with nonprofit organization, when I am helping people really satisfies me and makes me happy. That would be my dream job. And getting in QA, quality assurance, or software tester. So Afghan people or Muslim all over the world, they have, I think most of them, they have their favorite tradition is both Eids, and that is also mine. Eid days are the favorite tradition of my country. And thank you so much. I won't want to take much of your time. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Well, thank you, Hasibjan. And next, Zahid, would you like to share?
Yes, thank you very much, and good evening to all of you. I'm very delighted to be part of this Prosperity Radio program. I just heard the news from one of the news channel that, and also read somehow about in articles, and that Prosperity Radio is searching for people who have degree, or they study, or they have a different degrees in expertise. So they want to help them to train those people and also find a good job here in the state. So why I'm joining the program, because it's very clear for me that I'm new in the state and I would like to have a good friends around the states, and maybe we can meet sometime and somehow and somewhere. And also it's good to be part of this program to learn something that I don't know. Maybe there are lots of things that still I need to learn, and it's a good time that I am free. I don't have any job, so I can learn something from the people, from the people that they are from different countries and different regions with different ethnicity. So we can share and we can learn something from each other. My dream job is, I don't think that everybody reach his own dream jobs. The people that they are recently come from Afghanistan or from other countries, but they're trying to reach their dream jobs. And I don't have a dream job right now. We're just searching for a good job. At least I can like feed my family and children. And after 5 years might be to become a national or a citizen, so you can have your dream job. So we are trying to find a good job, at least an office work or an office job, and use our expertise or skill that we have, that we brought from our country, that we can also use and utilize here in this country for the betterment or for the strengthening of the country, or for the people, or for the immigrants. So there's my dream job right now. And my contribution is, to be honest, I like that everybody have their own guest houses. Like Afghan people have their guest houses for everybody. If they're coming to your house, so you can provide them a good food, you can give them a place to stay in your house for maybe 2 or 3 days, maybe longer. And also, you don't need to set an appointment with them. If you want to see one of your family or friends, so you can go right away, or you can call him that I'm coming in, the door is open for you most of the time. So this is a best tradition that I like in my people in my country. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Zaijan. And last person which we have is Bainazar. Bainazar, would you like to share?
Hi, everyone. Thank you again. Thank you for all. So I want to talk very short why I joined this program. Only I need a dream job for my field, according to my fields. according to my skills. The second, my dream job is I have a three I have a three part of the skills, and also I like to find for three option jobs. The first option, because I was working this option. The first one is media relations. The second is coordinator communications. The third is business communication. This is my dream jobs. I was work 15 years around to this field. And also my education field is belong to my skills and my experience. I think this is it.
Well, thank you. So I thought you would be the last person, but now I can see that we have some other people too. So yeah,
And it might be helpful if you haven't gone yet. We've had people coming in as we've been getting started, but I think if you could raise your hand if you haven't answered this question yet. I think we still need to hear from Farzana, Amina, Tariq, Baketa, and Kubra and Atik. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
So Amina, you've got your hand up. Thank you. If you could go next, that would be fabulous.
Sure. So why I joined, there's actually a couple of reasons. I met Lisa at the beginning of the work that we started doing in helping resettle Afghans. And then later, one of our dear friends, Anwar Jamili, who worked with Prosperity Ready, told me about all the work that they're doing. I was really impressed, and I was trying to figure out how I could be a part of what they're doing. And then I found out about this program, and I believe learning never stops. And just like many of you, one of the things that I really, really, really dislike about looking for a job is the whole interviewing process. And just hoping to see what I can learn from this program. And then also, because I am at Afghan Cultural Society, I could do a better job explaining and referring our Afghan clients to this program too. So that's why I joined. My dream job. Honestly, any job that allows me to travel, what is my dream job right now, especially after COVID. I love to travel, so that would be, my job would have to have travel involved in it. My favorite tradition from my country, I think a lot of people mentioned our New Year. Our New Year starts on the first day of spring every year. It's called Nowruz, but that is my favorite part. But what I actually really, really love is we grow our wheat germ sprouts. We call it samanak. I do that every year. So just growing samanak, that's what I look forward to every year. That probably sounds strange to other people, but I'm always fascinated at how different it turns out every year. So that's about me. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Amina. I can see Farzana raise hand. Farzana, would you like to continue?
Yes, because I am new refugee, I want to improve my skills and I find a good job. My favorite job, I would like to become a teacher in the preschool or school, and I would like to any office like employee. My favorite traditional is Nowruz ceremony and to eat and some other ceremonies.
Well, thank you, Farzana. Beketa, you're next. Would you like to go? your microphone isn't working. It's okay. So
Well,
Tariq, what
Kubra,
about
I
you?
think Kubra said her microphone isn't working. We've got, I think we have, and Baketa, I don't know if you were muted. I don't know if you can.
Yeah, go ahead if
Perfect.
you.
Hi, good evening.
Hi, good evening, everybody. My name is Beketa. I'm originally from Ethiopia. To answer the questions briefly, why I joined this program, I've been in other program as Lisa and Ahmed knows, and I found out that still I missed something that I need to get, especially on networking and expanding my my know-how about how to penetrate a job market in this country. So that is the main point of the main reason why I joined this program. My dream job is just to pursue my career in my profession in urban planning as an urban planner and be the person who facilitates quality and sustainable way of life for the people and the community at large. My favorite tradition from my country of origin, actually, we have one culture or tradition that coincide with Americans, which is Thanksgiving. So we do have in Ethiopia a Thanksgiving Day, where we all thanks our God for everything He bestowed on us, and that is one of my favorite tradition. And I celebrate Thanksgiving in America as of like similar way I celebrate back home. So yeah, thanks so much.
Well, thank you, Bekita. I can see that Tariq's microphone is not working. So the next person probably would be Atifa. She's recently joined us. Atifa, would you like to go next?
Hi. First of all, sorry for being late. I just got a problem. But about the questions, actually, my dream always was to be a doctor and a surgeon. Like growing up, trying to be a bit more specific, I just come over with neurosurgery. But when I was younger, I never thought that it would be a job for me. But when I grown up, I just learned about how the world works. So nowadays, what is your dream can be your job. So but now I want to be a surgeon, but to say it's the real reason to join this program because I don't want to give up on what I like and what I want to do. So that's the reason. And the favorite tradition from my country is that everything comes up with the family. So you come over the problems when you're together, you celebrate things when you're together. And though I accept people need to go on their own way, but at the end, when you're gathering with your family, so everything looks much better and kind of like easier to understand. So I like that about my country, that everyone at the end comes to your family.
Well, thank you, Atifa. Well, I believe that we're done with everybody. If anyone is left, please raise your hand. Otherwise, Lisa could continue.
I think I have to say something because I was the last person.
Is this Atiq?
Yes, this is me, Atiq.
Hi, Atiq. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you had shared or not.
No, I was like in the list, in the list.
Okay. Yes, well, we would
Yeah.
love for you to answer the questions. This is so good to get to know each other.
Yeah, this is the best part of this program, that we are introducing to very fantastic people, that we are connecting to very good people. So we enhance our network through this channel, through this program. I appreciate that initiative. And I would like to thank you for providing such a settings. So regarding the first questions, why you joined this program, this was my answer. Yeah, to enhance my network, to find a good job through this channel at final word. So regarding my dream job, I believe any job that provide me the opportunity to serve people, especially in a nonprofit setting, and helping those people that these are in need, that will be my dream job. It was my dream job and will be my dream job. So I will continue to work in a nonprofit, to search for a nonprofit office job, to serve people through that. And regarding the favorite tradition, so everybody shared that favorite tradition, as we are from Afghanistan, so Mirwais, Jalili, and other friends shared. So I think that the best part of my country is that although we have different tribes and different ethnic groups in Afghanistan, but the interesting part is that everyone celebrates the same holidays. We do not have many holidays like the United States that you have in United States, but still we have a few one, but everybody celebrate that holidays. So, and regarding the dresses, everybody like almost the same. Every tribe, every ethnic group dressing the same, also consuming and liking the same food. they are listening to same music, and we have different language in Afghanistan, but we have two formal language called Dari and Pashto. So everybody knows that in country. Whenever you go to any part of the country, everybody can understand you. This is the best part of the tradition that we have in Afghanistan.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. And it's amazing how much we have in common, even though we celebrate some holidays on different dates in different ways. What I heard people saying is, I loved the tradition of getting married and all of the details and beauty that entails and how that differs from tribe to tribe. Carnival was one that we mentioned, and then Thanksgiving, both from people who hail from Ethiopia and the United States, and New Year's, both from people in Afghanistan and our participant from Ukraine, and then Christmas, as well as Eid, which we were confident would show up. In terms of why people join the program, I think you're going to be in good hands, and we're going to get into the content in a minute. But most of you, the majority, have said you want to learn how to network and you want to increase your network. Many of you said you want to get a job in your field, and several said you want to get more familiar and get better at dealing with LinkedIn. So those are all topics we're going to cover. Our introductions have taken some time. It is 7:24. We were going to do a few more slides and then take a break, but I'm wondering, does everybody want a 10-minute break now? And then we will quickly wrap up, or actually, we probably don't have time for a 10-minute break. Can we take a 5-minute break now? And then we'll come back at 7:30 and we will wrap up. We're going to quickly go through the content of the program. We're going to quickly go through resources that you have already been shipped or you are in the process of receiving. And we were going to do a couple of Zoom polls, but we might need to push some of that to next week. So with this big of a group and doing these introductions, which many of you have said are really important, and what's really powerful about this we're running a little bit behind. So if everybody's good with that, we're gonna do 5 minutes, come back no later than 7:30.
Yeah, good. Thank you.
Hey, Lisa, I think you're still on mute if you were talking to the group.
Okay, hi. I thought the same thing. I was
Thank you,
checking.
Marco. Thank you, Marco. You would think that after 2 years of being on Zoom, I wouldn't do that anymore, but for some reason, and usually it's like a pop-up that says you're muted. So I don't know what's going on tonight, but thank
It
you.
always
Happy
happens.
So yes, so what I was saying when none of you could hear me is I want to make sure most of us are back. That was a fast 5 minutes. If you could either quick come on camera so we know you're here, or raise your hand if you can't be on camera. We're going to go through the rest of this quickly. And we are going to, I want to get through all the material because part of this too, everybody is, okay, thank you for the raised hands. That's awesome. The way we run this program is very similar to what you're going to experience in a corporate environment in the United States. So we're very meeting heavy. We're more about sending meeting invitations and agendas. And there's a lot of online meetings through Teams or Zoom. And so learning how this all works, how to interact on Zoom, how to raise your hand, how to use the chat, how to use polls is really part of the experience that's going to prepare you if you haven't been part of that culture yet. Some of you have been, which is great. And we really rely on those of you who have been in the US job market to help our more recent arrivals when we do group discussions, because adults learn best from each other. So we're all here to learn from each other's lived experiences. So it looks like we have the majority of people back. So I'm going to keep moving. We have all of our curriculum, all of our content for each session is based on learning objectives. And so our learning objectives tonight, you have already nailed the first two. I am so excited about this group. So you have confidently introduced yourselves tonight in a professional manner in 2 different settings. So with Solia from Senator Smith's office, and then kind of just digging deeper into sharing with each other to build community around that second, those questions that we all just answered. And you've started to build connections with your new colleagues. And this is really important. In our state, 70% of jobs, and I think I've already said this tonight twice, probably, 70% of jobs are acquired through networking. So building connection with your colleagues and with our facilitators that we're going to talk about in a minute, and our panelists and our resume coaches is hugely important in terms of the success of your job search. We want you to understand the contents of the program. We're going to go through that in a minute. And then we're going to spend a little bit, we're going to do a quick poll where you can log what you want to get out of all of these sessions. So you've already told us why you joined, but we want to know when we hit the last session, what are your expectations? What is your goal in taking this information in? And then we're going to talk about group norms and how we all want to conduct ourselves as a participant team going through all of this content together. Any questions so far? Charity, I see your hand is raised. Was that to show that you're back from the break, or do you have a question for me?
It was just to show that she's back.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and here we go. All right. So the next slide is very, very similar. It just kind of shows the flow of our topics for tonight. This slide is a little bit more difficult to read. Can everybody see that? So we're obviously in our kickoff tonight. Next Tuesday, we are going to have two amazing wellness experts, Mitch and Sherry, come in and talk about how to engage in self-care. They're going to talk about how to establish or renew a well-being routine if that's not something that's part of your daily life. Our African immigrant community is the community that asked us to include this in our program. And it was really interesting because we started this program, we started writing the program right during COVID. And so we felt it was appropriate, especially because we were in the midst of a healthcare crisis. But we have found that our participants find this session very helpful. So we talk about meditating, we talk about ways to calm yourself before an interview, which can make you very nervous and anxious, and just in general well-being practices. Then Casey Foley, who is a consultant with one of the best, most well-known outplacement services in the country, is going to come in and lead us in resumes. And resumes are very different in the United States than they are in other countries. So we're going to provide you with a format that is conducive. It's what recruiters and hiring managers here in the US are expecting to see. And we are going to give you your own resume coach. So you will be working one-on-one with either a human resources executive or a professional in the business world who is pretty high up, so director level, vice president level, and they're going to work with you one-on-one to make sure that you have really good support for your resume. We're also going to talk about personal branding, professional branding in this resume session, and that will continue into LinkedIn. We're really excited and blessed that our LinkedIn session is facilitated by a gentleman named Richard Dodson. He is one of the top 5 experts in the United States in LinkedIn. And he also wrote a book that will be in your welcome boxes that we have sent or will be sending. It is called The Art of Tactful Self-Promotion, which is really helpful for those of us who come from cultures and backgrounds where we are taught that saying all these great things about us is maybe not very acceptable. In the job market in the United States, you have to be very forthcoming in describing your skills and your unique value. And Richard's book really helps us come up with a framework for how to make that comfortable and how we can stay true to our authentic selves and our culture and background and still get that job that we deserve and are qualified for. We then do 2 sessions on networking, so impression management and networking, and I'm really glad that a lot of you are very interested in this topic. Impression management is co-facilitated by an amazing team. David Magee owns a recruiting firm for executives, a small boutique recruiting firm here in Minneapolis. And then Rosie Sarpong Owens is an author. She's very active in diversity, equity, and inclusion, and she's also very active in healthcare equity. And she works for Blue Cross Blue Shield, which is one of the biggest health insurance organizations in the country, I think maybe the world. Networking is facilitated by Nathan Perez. No, I am not related to him. He is the author of a nationally acclaimed book, the 20-minute networking meeting, and he's going to teach us his proven process for how to have a networking meeting with a complete stranger, which I don't know what you guys think about networking, but it terrifies me. I'm an extrovert when I'm talking about this work, but when I'm networking on my own, I find it frightening. So he's got a formula and a process. You will also be receiving or have received his book in your welcome box. We do 2 sessions on corporate culture because, as I mentioned previously, we do some things in our US corporate cultures that can be confusing and honestly just don't always make a whole lot of sense. So that is facilitated by a wonderful woman, Samia Ali. She is a human resources professional for a local organization, and I will join her in that. And then at the end of Corporate Culture Part 2, we're going to bring in a panel of local immigrant professionals who can share their experiences in corporate cultures. So our panels are all leaders in anywhere from mid-size to large corporations here in the Minneapolis area. And that's going to give you all a chance to ask them whatever is on your mind by the time we get to Corporate Culture Part 2. Then we go into interviewing and negotiating offers. This is led by an HR manager of one of our employer partners. Her name is Pancha Som, and she's going to talk about the art and science of interviewing and negotiating offers. One of our most exciting sessions is our employer presentation. So one thing that Prosperity Ready is very excited about is that we have dedicated employer partners. And we are more than happy to help you network with employers who are in addition to our official employer partners. But we have 4, we may be having more who will come and meet you directly. We will provide them with your resumes. They will be able to get to know a little bit about all of you. They will talk about their culture and their hiring practices. And our employer partners at this time are the Toro Company, a printing company called Japs Olson, a healthcare company, an in-home care provider healthcare company called Custom Care. And we believe that we are going to be able to bring in Emerson Electric as our newest employer partner. And as I said, we may have a few more. The really awesome thing about all of these employer partners is that they have everything from entry-level positions to professional positions. And since many of you are here with large families, and you, even though everyone in this group are degreed professionals and we want to get you those jobs at your level, we also like introducing our employer partners who have more entry-level positions available for people who may not speak English yet, or may be at the beginning stages of speaking English. I know we have people in this group who have also told us, like, you know what, just get me a living wage manufacturing job for income stability, and then I'll figure out the professional part of it a few months down the road. So we're excited that you are going to have a wide range of options. I want you all to know that we take our employer partnerships very seriously. We do not partner officially with anyone unless we have vetted their literal building. So we walk their manufacturing floors, we walk their offices, we make sure that all of their employee rights posters are in a place where they're visible. We make sure that they pay living wages and offer good benefits, that they offer career progression, if that is something that you want. And that they're open to ensuring that their environments are places where immigrant talent will be successful. So that will be on March 21st, I believe, and then we'll do a program wrap up. After we do the program wrap up with the whole group, we will also meet with each of you one-on-one just to talk through, like, what are you thinking right now in terms of a career path, and what are some virtual introductions that we can make for you, that I can make for you personally, to different employer partners that we have in the area. I know some of you are in healthcare and nonprofit. We don't have official partners in healthcare and nonprofit, but we have some very good relationships in both of those spaces. And so we are very happy to make introductions and send your resumes to reputable organizations who are kind of an extension of our employer group. Any questions on that? I know I'm talking probably way too fast. Okay, thank you for the feedback. So AJ is going to quickly touch on binders and resources and materials that have either been sent out, or if you're really new to the program, are on their way.
Yes. Hopefully everyone has received their welcome box in the mail. Please enter name and either yes or no in the chat if you have received welcome box. And for the people with whom I contacted today, once we confirm you as a participant, then we will send you our welcome box. And in the welcome box, you might see binder with program materials such as resource guide, a PowerPoint for each session with space to take notes, and relevant handouts, along with 2 books and a couple other welcome items. And the most important thing is that there would be a waiver form with an envelope. It needs to be signed and mailed back to us as soon as possible, so don't forget to do that. And when the sessions end, or at the end of every session, we will go over the post-work and any pre-work for the next session. And then at the beginning of each session, we will discuss how the post-work went. So if you have any question about this, you can always reach out to me via email or via phone, text or call.
And we'll keep checking in with people. The waiver form that AJ spoke to, we are a nonprofit and we are considering all of our participants, all of you, as volunteers in our program. And so it's important for us to have your acknowledgement that you are a volunteer, and just acknowledge some other things, like we can't guarantee that we're going to help you, that you will get a job by being part of this. So it's nothing complicated, but it is something that we like to have on file. So we have about 10 minutes left, and we've got, oh, I don't think we're going to be able to cover all of this tonight. I think we're going to have to pick some of it up in the next session. So I am going to go to this next poll. And have you share with us what you would like to achieve by the end of this program, and then we'll probably talk about group norms at the beginning of our next session, because we have used up most of our time tonight. So I'm going to launch this poll, and we'll give you a few minutes to answer this question, and then AJ is going to relay people's answers to us.
And while answering to the poll, please also include your name, because we do not know who say what or who typed what.
All right, so we've got, it looks like, oh, here we go. We've got answers coming in. Thank you. Looks like we have about 4 people who have answered. 5. Excellent. Thank you, everyone, for participating. We're getting there. We've got, it looks like we've got 19 people left online. This is awesome. This is a great group tonight. Give it about 30 more seconds and then we'll have AJ read our answers. Yes, if you don't want to put your name in, that is completely fine as well. So we're at 57%. Give it another few seconds. And again, this is optional as well. If this is not something that you want to answer, that is also completely fine. No problem, Carlos. All right, we haven't had anyone else for the last few seconds. Oh, there we go. Got another person. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and end the poll. Oh, we've got 14. I think we have, maybe answers are a little bit slow flying through the Zoom poll app. We've got 14 of 19. We'll give it a few more seconds. We're getting really close. All right, I am going to end the poll so AJ can give us the results.
Okay, so Atifa added, I imagine to learn more how to be confident enough to step in a position learning all the needed skills. Zabiullah Jalili added, I want to have the necessary skills that could help me in finding my dream jobs, also the required networks. One anonymous person said, introduce to potential employers, building official network and finding job. Amina Baha said, learn to network, update my resume, and hopefully find a local organization that's a participant scoop me up for a job. Zahid brother typed that good relation with all team and get some skill and achieve a professional technical position related to my qualifications and expertise. I have or qualification and expertise I have or would be great to achieve some certification. Marco said that to further my career growth, identify my professional weaknesses as well as identify opportunities to improve on my personal brand while navigating the challenges of a temporary work visa. Hasibullah Ismail Zada typed that professional CV, LinkedIn, education resources. Charity Bilal added great connections, revised resume that will catch employers' attention, and building great lasting relationships. Rina Lopez added, learn how to increase my networking. One anonymous person added that I would like to have the skills and best approach for a job application in the US job culture. I would like to strengthen my profile as an applicant, networking and learning from other experiences. Stanislav Kalinikov added that as a first step, I want to confirm or find a way to confirm my bachelor and magister degree in legal science. Mirwais Nasri added that enhance my capacity and skills and expand my professional network and also get connected with employers and get a good job. And one other person whose name I don't know added that I want to learn new skills like how to write a resume and how do I use the LinkedIn platform, and also know about networking. That was it.
Oh, sorry, I'm trying to type something and so regarding the comment about accreditation, AJ, if you can take a note, we should, if we've got more than one person, we can bring somebody in from an organization called World Education Services, and we can bring them in as a guest to speak to us, or we can just make virtual introductions. So World Education Services is a global organization, and they help people get their degrees accredited from other countries once they're going to be here in the US. So if that's something that you all would be interested in having a representative come in and speak to us, we'll figure out how to fit that in. Okay, Raina, see a heart there. Okay, so we will figure that out in the curriculum, how to pull someone in for that. And then at this time, because we want to be respectful of time, we've got 2 minutes left. I am going to do that quick. We're going to try to download the results. I'm gonna get out of that. And that's not working. There we go. And then we are going to skip to, we'll figure out how to do the group norm stuff, or if that's something that we feel like we need. This is a good group. You guys are so interactive. So let's spend a few minutes on post work.
Okay, so thank you to those of you who have sent resumes to Lisa, myself, or the prosper@prosperityready.org account. If you have not sent us your resume, please do so. It's okay if you do not have a resume at the moment, but just email me or send me a message in the chat to tell me that. And I will send an email tomorrow with the links to the articles, and I will also attach an electronic version of resources document with the links embedded. And these assignments are very important and crucial to your learning experience, so feel free to email me at any point if you have questions, or even call me or text me on my phone.
All right, and then our final slide is our first learning assessment for this session. And this is what we call a confidence baseline assessment. It's really important for us to know like where you're all starting out and then where you end with each of those topics that we went through. So please take this assessment. You don't have to do it this minute. Again, AJ will send you the link in the post-work email. But this is going to be just a basic assessment of how confident are you. I think it's a scale of 1 to 5 on each topic. And then we're going to ask you to take it again at the end. It's really important for us as program leads to know, like, are you increasing your confidence? It's also really important for the people who donate money to Prosperity Ready so that this program can be free to our participants. We need data to show them that people are learning what they need to learn to be confident competing in the US job market. And we have other learning assessments that you'll see as we go through each week that also demonstrate that you are understanding the learning objectives in each of our sessions. So I think with that, what questions? I'm going to get out of sharing and we can answer questions if people have questions. And like AJ said, you feel free to email him or myself about anything, but I just thank everybody for being here for 2 solid hours. And if you have any questions before we leave, just.
Hi, this is Amina. I have a quick question. I think you guys had said that there's a that assessment that we have to fill out before next week. Is that something that you're going to email, or where do I find it? Or is it
Yeah,
in the
great
books?
question. Yep, good question. So there's a QR code on the screen right now. Well, I'm not sharing anymore, so that doesn't help. Hang on. If you want to grab it from the QR code on the screen, you can do that right now. And you can just leave it in your phone to answer later. The other thing is that, yes, AJ will send you a link. It's in SurveyMonkey. So he's going to send a link to the learning assessment. He's going to send the link to the recording of this entire session tonight. We do, in case you want to refer back to it, or we've got some people who are taking it on their own because they have night shift jobs. And then in your binders, there is also a resource guide that has a list of all the pre-work and post-work. So you can refer to that. But yeah, AJ is going to email you a reminder every week before this Tuesday session, and he will send out information after every session. What else? Oh, Baketa, I love your comment. Yeah, the books are really good. So your box is sitting in my living room right now, and my husband is going to ship it to you tomorrow. So Carlos, Baketa, oh my gosh, guys, we've got 4 people that we're ready to send boxes to. And then for Marco and Reina, if you want to be in the program, you're welcome. And if you confirm with us, then we'll get your boxes out as well. So yeah, we've just been blessed to have some last minute referrals, which is really great. Oh, Amina, that's so great. You say your husband is reading the 20-minute networking book. It's a really easy read, but if you want it to be super easy, go to the very back of the book. He literally lists the steps of every part of the process, and I still use it. When I have high stakes networking meetings, I still pull my book out and map out my agenda based on Nathan's steps. Great comments. Anything else, anybody? All right, I think we're ready to end it for tonight. We'll see you all back here next Tuesday.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.